Hey everyone, this is Charvi. I was a member of marketing at TEDx and I have worked with so many CEOs, celebrities, and different personalities in their various different avenues, which have made very good in the business world. And I wanted to share some tips with you guys on how marketing works, especially for small brands who are struggling to make their name for themselves in the market. So I have come up with the small tips that are actually very simple, but not many people know about these. So I'm just gonna tell you guys all these tips. Watch till the end and do let me know what you think in the comments. I will try to be as fast as possible, but if you like, you can just skip to 1.5x or 2x and you can skip some parts that do not seem that relevant to you. So the very first point is build your portfolio. I know this is a very simple kind of a advice that I'm giving you, and a lot of you must have. And if you already have built your portfolio, that's very nice for you. But you would be surprised to know how many brands I've worked with who are in their full-fledged career business and they still haven't made a portfolio. It's really important for you to make a portfolio, and the portfolio should be very professional. It should not be like you have made it done it at your home with your own home shoots and everything. That shouldn't be the case. It should be a proper setup with real models, real photo cameras, and real editing. Now, why is this important? It will take some amount of money from you. But you see, guys, this is important because especially when you're starting out your Instagram page, what happens is in the first 14 days or 15 days or so, like 1 month also, it depends on the type of content you have created. So in the 1 month or so, you're gonna send like literally take these photos and you're going to put them on your Instagram. In the first 30 months or so, the algorithm kind of tests you. So this is really important that you put high quality pictures. Later on, you can say you can do it at home, you can do it yourself. That's completely fine. But in the first, it's very important to build your portfolio. Okay, so the second important point is to connect the right way. Now, a lot of people would say that what is this girl telling us? Does she think we are idiots or what? So I would tell you this 90% of the business deals and everything they fail because the other end, your customer feels that you are too unprofessional. And this happens because you're not connecting to them in the right way. Now, how is this going to happen? Like, I'm going to divide this into two parts. First is with the people who are you are doing collaborations with, and the second, who are your people, who are your customers. So the first kind of people is you reach out to, especially when you're reaching out for collaborations, you first look people's Instagram IDs, look to their page and everything. Then you either they send you a message and you send them or you send a message and you do like, okay, I'm want to do a collaboration or whatever. And then you get talking, and if you like each other, you're like, okay, yeah, let's do a collaboration. But I'm gonna stop you right there. You're not gonna do this collaboration in Instagram DMs. So at a certain point, it is very important for you guys to swap the numbers and to swap your WhatsApp numbers. See, why is this important? Because this helps you in two ways actually. First, it does create a kind of a professional way that Instagram is a place where you share your content, but WhatsApp is a place where you do your business. So it puts you up in a very professional way. And second, it helps you to not get in like some kind of fraud or something, because a lot of people create a fake Instagram IDs. Fake Instagram IDs is possible, but when it comes to WhatsApp numbers, it gets real. So it's very important that you do this kind of two things. And at the certain things I'm talking about is like when you both agree that you both like your content and you're getting forward to, okay, when do we do this and how do we do this and all that kind of stuff. This stuff happens in the WhatsApp. This does not happen in Instagram DMs. Okay, now second is a customer. Now when you're connecting to a customer, I don't want you guys to send your Instagram page. If you're connecting on WhatsApp, don't send your Instagram page like, okay, this is my Instagram page, you can check us out. I feel that's quite unprofessional because a lot of people who are contacting you have already come through your social media page. So when you're asking them to go through your Instagram page, they lose interest. I feel that way. So I want you guys to do, when they're asking you like, okay, can you tell us a little bit more, you should have a default kind of a message, a default kind of images. Like let's say I'm a crochet business, so I'm gonna send them a little variety of my portfolio without them asking. Okay, I don't want you guys to like, okay, send us the photos. Don't do that. Send them first. If they ask for something later, you can always answer to that. but it's your duty to send them all the information first. So send them a text message, send them your business card, send them your portfolio, do it first. Okay, don't wait for them to tell you. This is how you create a very good professional relationship, and when these customers buy from you, they remember you. On that note, we go to the third point, that is, don't get mad at people. Now, I know you guys would be saying that, oh, we don't get mad, we are very cool, and all that kind of stuff. See, why is this important? Is a lot of people, they see your, especially when you're connecting to a social media page like Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, these people, some people just like to randomly text you like, okay, what are the prices? They don't want to buy something, they're just merely inquiring. And I've seen a lot of brands, when they realize that these people are merely inquiring, they do tend to get lose their cool and everything. And this is what happens is, if a person like when they contact you, then you're sending them their old photos and all that kind of stuff, they're just asking for prices. But if they find that your content, your stuff is good and your prices are good and your material is good, so when they actually need that stuff, they're going to contact you first. Okay, they're not going to go scrounging off to other persons. So it's very important that you don't lose your cool to anyone here. Okay, customer is your king right now, you're just their servants. Okay, I hate to say this, but it's the reality. So you guys have to be cool with everyone. I've seen a lot of brands mistreating the people who are actually inquiring. Let's get on to the fourth point. Now, the fourth point is keep a social media calendar. So let's say I am a crochet business. Let's say it's today is 30th March, by the way. So on 30th March, I'm opening my own Instagram page. I've got my logo, I've got my bio, I've got my name and everything else. Then I'm gonna start posting reels, stories, post, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna write everything: the time, the time, what I'm posting, and what did I post, how many likes came, how many comments came, how many inquiries came after I like posted this kind of stuff. Then how many them turned into actual customers. This is gonna take a bit of a bookkeeping, but you guys need to do that every single day. And please post every single day. If you are not able to post every single day, do it 2 to 3 times a week. Put stories every single day, reels, trendy reels on trendy audios, and popular reel, viral reels. You should recreate them and you should put them at least 2 to 3 times a week. That is very important, especially when you're at the starting stage. I guess you guys already know this, so that's why I did not feel the need to repeat this. But just in case, I'm putting it out there. Okay, so you need to do all that, and you need to create a proper logbook. A proper logbook. Now, this is how this is gonna help you. Is like, let's say I'm starting from 1st April. Okay, I'm starting from 1st April. I wrote everything. I wrote whatever, how small the comments, how small the likes, how small the engagement. I'm keeping track of everything. In April, what I will do, I will keep April ka log also. I will keep May ka log also. Now, how this will happen, how this will help you is when I go back through, let's say in March, I got 50 likes. In April, I got 75 likes. In May, I got 100 likes. This actually tracks your progress, like how far you're going. Because at a certain stage you feel like, okay, I will remember, that's not a big deal, but you actually can't remember because the content keeps going down and you keep becoming busy. So you also have a business to run, and business is so much more than just social media marketing, and I already know that. So please keep a spare like 15 minutes a day and keep your logbook. That's very important. The fifth and the most important point is be personable. I want you to guys to reply to comments, engage with people, engage with your customers, put customers reviews, put customer stories and all that. Now, how this is going to help you is, big corporations do not care of this, but especially when you're a small brand, it does help because you feel authentic, you feel like a real person, you do not feel mechanical and robot, you feel someone they can relate to, and this is the biggest selling factor of yours. Now, how this helps, again, I want you to use your face and voice. I want you to go shoot behind the scenes and packing, however chaotic it may. It feels like you're actually working. You feel like you're actually putting hard work into this. People value hard work, people value consistency, and people value actual human face and voice. Any you can put a social media person, or you can the owner can come and he can talk. He can talk about various issues, and some silly jokes about your inner jokes, silly jokes, anything you can share. Just share this, okay? This is gonna help you a lot, especially for small brands. I do keep publicizing this. People don't understand how this important it is, and people who do understand how this important it is, it will change you overnight, okay? It will make you successful overnight. And then when you are, and I want you to retain this, okay? I've seen a lot of small brands, when they get a bit popular, they become that again, that mechanical global corporations. I don't want you guys to become that. Be distinguished by using your personality. Be distinguishable, okay? Don't become other people. Create your own brand. So, winding off, this was the 5 points that I felt that were really important that a lot of people miss. But I hope you guys really like what all of my suggestion. I'm sorry if I came on a bit too strong. When I'm speaking on my favorite topic, I do come on a bit of a strong. But I hope you guys get through what message I'm trying to tell you guys. And if you guys have any suggestion, comments, or anything, please write them in the chat box. I will definitely reply to every single one of you. And let me guys know, like, what is your specific brand, your arena? Like, are you a crochet business, are you a makeup artist, or your clothing brand, jewelry brand? And if you want targeted videos for this kind of people, I can make those too. I've worked with every different kind of arena, so I know everything, okay? So that's it. I'm wrapping up, guys. And please like if you like my video, and subscribe if you want more such videos. I'm definitely gonna make a lot of them. So bye bye. See you soon next time.